Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know you guys have missed me a lot, and in today's video I'm just going to be answering your questions. So if you are new, welcome to that Follow Cutie channel. On this channel I share videos about my lifestyle and do some tutorials sometimes when I see something pressing. So today I'm just going to be answering some questions about a video I posted some times ago about how to operate a Maxi gas cooker. So I've received a tons of comments about this, about that, and I was able to answer some, but some people are still asking the same question, repeatedly. So before I go on, if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, hit the like button so that YouTube can recommend this video to other people. And to support this channel, there's a thanks somewhere down there. You can just click on the thanks and support this video if you find this video helpful. Okay, thank you. Without much talk, let's quickly get into the question and answer. So what I'll be doing is answering the question as I see it on this, as I see it on the comment section. Then I'm going to pin this video down on the main video so that people can always go back to this, to watch the question and answer on things that bothers them. So someone said here during the Jabba said, "Thank you. I've been using the cooker 7 years, but didn't know how to use the grill." Okay, this person is just saying thank you. Thank you to everybody that watched this video, that leave a comment. You guys really did a great job. Thank you so much, because you are the reason why I'm making this video again. Though this video should have come up a long time ago, but thank goodness I'm making it now. Yeah. So the next one is because I actually see some pressing questions, so I said, okay, let me come back here to make this video. So someone said, "Thank you so much. Was finding it difficult to use the upper oven, but with your illustration, I just tried my butts." That is Obasi Francis. But we will advise that instead of using stick matches, I would recommend you use gun lighter because it's easier to control and use. It depends on your preference, what you want to use. Most of the people in Nigeria use matches and some use lighter, but I just find the matches thing easier because you light your matches before you turn on the gas, and with your gun whatever, I don't know if it will be easier because of the place it is, but if it is okay by you, fine. I've not used the lighter for it before. I always use my matches for it. That's the only place I use my matches, but my lighter I use it for the other parts. So if you have tried and it's okay by other people can try it too, no problem. You can go ahead and do that. So the next one is, this is from Ugo Best. She asked, "My question is how to reduce the oven heat while baking." The oven heat, how to reduce it is just for you to, I don't know if you can see this properly. When you turn it on like this to the right, you just make sure it's a little bit at the middle side. That is how you reduce it. A little bit at the middle side. There is a flame here, there is a flame here, and the upper one and the lower one, they are using the same thing. All you need to do is to make sure it comes a little bit to the middle point. That's how you can reduce the flame. So as you're reducing it, you'll be watching it. That's how you reduce the flame for the oven heat. Then another person says, "Thank you so much. I don't know if I'll be able to take all the questions today because I don't want this video to be too long because the questions are so much." So another one said, "Thank you so much for this tutorial. It was very helpful." That's Queenette DK. "Didn't know about the light and the upper part of the oven grill. Upper parts of the oven for grilling. Thanks." Okay. She's just saying thank you. Then someone said, "I got mine yesterday, 3+1, that is 3 gas burner and 1 hot plate. And thus, video was helpful." Okay, I guess these are all. Thank you. And then this person, David Emanuela, said, "Thank you. This was very helpful. Can I use both the cooker and oven same time? Like, can I bake and cook at the same time?" Yes, you can, because when you are cooking, you are making use of the other parts, and this one is for oven, so you can actually use two at the same time. You can be baking and be cooking at the same time. Does it mean you can't use matches to ignite the fire? You can use matches to ignite the fire. The thing is, many people, even after showing the video, many people still ask me how to ignite the fire with the electricity. This particular place, the one on the left side, is for igniting it. Like you press it, it's not plugged right now, so there's no like it's not plugged right now, so I can't really show you that right now. But if you want to see it, you can go to the previous video. So this particular side is for igniting the flame. Then this particular side is for the oven light. When you switch this on, the oven light comes up. Then this particular one is just for you to light up this part. But when there's no light as it is, you use your matches or your lighter to put it on. So that is it for the lightning. Then another person said, I saw your tutorial. That is Rebecca Renatos. I think I've answered you in my email because she sent an email to me, so I've answered her. She said, I saw your tutorial, I like it. I had trouble turning on the oven, but for now I'm able to. But what surprises me is that the light is dark while I'm baking. No light, as just shown. Please advice isn't wrong for my cooker. Well, after going through your email, when I saw the picture you posted, I noticed that the picture there is not a Maxi cooking gas. So maybe that's the reason why you can't turn on the light. But in the picture you said, I actually saw a switch somewhere here that you can, press on and off. So I don't know if it's actually working for the igniter or for the oven light, but I assume it's for the oven light. So it's not Maxi, so I can't really say much about the oven, the gas cooker you are using. I already replied in the email, but I'm just making this explanation because of other people. If you are talking about other gas, I might not be able to answer it properly because the gas I'm using, the gas cooker I'm using is a Maxi gas cooker. So let me go on to another person that said, this is Anastasia Kamal. Thank you so much for your tutorial, but my question is, why are we using a matchbox to light the oven? Please explain to me the reason behind this and if there is another alternative. The reason for using matches is because I think it is convenient. It's not compulsory you use matches, right? So what I do is, because if you turn it on, if you watch the previous video, you can go and watch it properly. If you turn this on, the gas will be, coming up, and by the time you put your lighter, it will just boom on your face. Or instead of doing that, you can just light the matches, and the light is on, then you turn it on, then you put it. It's okay like that. But in terms of using the lighter, by the time you put on the lighter, sometimes the lighter doesn't stay, to just spark and it's off. So it might want to take time. You can use the lighter if you don't want your hand to get closer to it, and you can use the matches. It depends on your preference, okay? So I'm not saying you can't that it must be matches. I've already answered the question earlier on. I'm not saying it must be matches. It depends on what you want. But I just felt like the matches thing, so that it won't go off. Yeah, because I don't want it to go off. When using lighter, it might go off before you even turn on the gas. So that is the reason why I said you use your matches, because you know that the matchstick is still, the light is still on. This means that the ignition spark does not work for the oven. Yes, for those people that want to make use of the ignition, it doesn't work for the oven. The ignition is just for this 4 burners. It doesn't work for the oven at all. So if you want to use the oven, you make use of your lighter or your matches. Some people were even asking me if the wire at the back works for the oven. No, this is gas burner. This is gas burner. It's gas all through. If you want to bake, you make use of your gas. The ignition is just to ignite the burners. That's all. That's the only thing it works for. So another person asked, I'm about getting one and it's just it just came up to my mind to check operation video online. Please ma, if I don't want to use the auto ignition, can I use match or lighter to light the burner? Also, is it necessary that the connected gas cylinder be outside, or I can leave in the kitchen since there is space? It's 10 kg cylinder. Initially, before I bought this, I was using the smaller uh, gas burner, and my kitchen is just a little bit smaller than this, and I put the cylinder in my kitchen because there's no space to put it outside. So I put it in my kitchen. But here, there is a space, the way they built the kitchen, there is a hole where you can pass the pipe to go out. So that's the reason why I had to put my cylinder outside. If there's no space, and the way they construct the kitchen is that I will have to put the cylinder inside there. The cylinder will have to stay inside, but I will have to watch how I use it. Maybe immediately after cooking, I will have to turn off the cylinder. Though I don't do it most of the time in my previous place, but yeah, I just have to turn it off. So it depends on the kind of kitchen you have. If it's the type that you can put your cylinder outside, fine, you can go ahead and do that. And if it's the type that you can't, but it is advisable that you put your gas cylinder outside. So for the ignition, it depends on what you want. If you don't want to use the ignition, you can use your matches or your lighter. It depends on what you want, what you are used to, okay? I think the person I answered just now is Victoria Afolayan, yeah. This next person is Zinob Ademola. So the lower part of the oven is for baking, while the upper part is for grilling. Yes, the upper part is for grilling, because when you are grilling, the top, yeah, the oven comes on that, because the other is the part that gets burnt, I guess. Then the upper side is for grilling, yeah. So another person says, this person is Mike Modu. I don't know if I pronounced that well. Thank you for the insight, man. God bless. My question is, how do we use electricity to power the oven? I just answered the question. The oven doesn't use the ignition. The ignition is just basically for the burners. That's the main reason for purchasing, but having difficulty getting it done. Thank you. Well, the oven just doesn't use electricity. If you are using Maxi, and if it has a burner like this, most of the burner gas doesn't use electricity. If you want to buy electric oven, you can buy some. There are some that looks like this that you can buy, and there are some that they are all hot plates or whatever that you can. I think most of those comes with electric oven, but the ones for burners, most of them don't. They don't come with electric oven, so you'll have to use your gas to bake. Evelyn HMA, seeing the comments pouring in, you are already a blessing to humanity. Thank you so much, Evelyn. If you are watching this, I really appreciate it. Then this person said, where are temperatures marks for adjustment of required temperature? Yeah, this is one thing that this gas has. It doesn't have a temperature and it doesn't have a timer. So if you want to make use of a Maxi gas cooker, you'll have to use your discretion to, for the timing and for the temperature. So before you bake, I think I made a video on how to use a Maxi cooker for baking. I'm going to pin it in the description box of this video, and also take it to the previous video as well, so that some people can see it as well. So for this one, it doesn't have a timer and it doesn't have a temperature. So if you want to make use of the temperature, if you want to time it, the temperature before baking, you'll have to use your discretion, like maybe 5 minutes before baking or 10 minutes before baking, depending on how hot it is, before putting your batter. And for the timing, you'll have to set your timing yourself, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That's how you set your timing. So this is not the Oyibo type that you put everything you need, you just set it. No, this is Nigeria, made for Nigerians. So that's just it. It doesn't have a timer and it doesn't have a temperature. So you'll have to do it yourself. So another person is asking this question. Eladia Grace said, I just tried the switching on with light now and it works. Thank you for this video. Thank you to Eladia Grace. Sarah Eugene said, I just got this gas cooker and the ignition is not coming on with electricity. Mine is 3 plus 1, that is 3 gas and 1 electric. The hot plate is working just fine, but the other 3 gas burner aren't working with electricity. Do you have any idea what I can do, please? Well, when you are talking about 3 gas burner doesn't it doesn't use, you are not expecting a burner to use electricity, are you? So you can't use electricity for burner. The only thing that use electricity there is the hot plate. So I think if it has the one we are talking about, if it has ignition like this, you can always use it for the burner, but it doesn't work for the electricity doesn't work for burners, because I don't know how you want to light electricity and expect light to come up here. No, it's not possible. So if the burner, the hot plate is for the electricity, while lighter and matches is for the burner, or you use the ignition here if it has. Bonita Mafui, I don't know if I pronounce the surname well. Can you tell me how to open both it during baking? It's not possible because they both use the same ignition. It's either you use the upper part or you use the lower part, so you can't use the two at the same time. It's either you use it for grilling or you use it for baking. You can't use the two sides at the same time because they use one control. This is from Blessing Apana. She said, please, when using light, is one supposed to disconnect it from the cylinder to use both, or to use both at the same time? You don't necessarily need to disconnect it from the cylinder because it's not working for it. So the cylinder is on its own and the electricity is on its own. They are not together. So when you are using electricity, it doesn't affect the cylinder, and when you are using the cylinder, it doesn't affect the electricity. So that's it, Blessing Apana. This person is praised Zenda. How do you bake using the stove without temperature and timer? I already explained it. You'll have to use your discretion in setting the timer, in setting the temperature, and you set the timer on your own. You might use your phone or you use your wall clock to set it. So that's how you set your timer. The person is John Carlo, and the person said if there is light, you can still use the light button to light the oven both up and down. It's not possible. You can only use matches when power is off. Yes, you can only use matches when the power is off. Yes, but you can't use the light button to light the oven. I've said that several times. Amarachi Julius said, I got mine on Thursday. I tried to use it to grill meat and it got hot on the outside and melted the button. Please can you explain to me why it happened like that? And do you leave your oven door open or closed while using it? Wow, that's serious. I guess the heat is much, or you leave it for too long, because I've used this to bake for like 40 minutes and there's nothing like that. Or maybe I guess the light is too much. I think that's the reason. And I would like to know, if you're watching this, in the comment section, is the oven a Maxi oven? I would like to know if the brand is Maxi, because this particular one, I see no reason why the button should melt. I see no reason. But if we said it melts, it got hot on the outside. If it got hot on the outside, that is because the light is too much. Okay, I guess you are using to grade, that's the upper part. Okay, the light is too much. You are supposed to reduce it, and if you want to reduce it, I already talked about it earlier, how to reduce it. you bring it a little closer to the dot side. That's how to reduce it. I guess the light you put there is too much. That's the reason for the melted button. I think that's the reason for it. And when you are baking, you don't open it, you close it. You don't open it, you close it. Faith Paul said, I've gotten mine for 3 years old and I don't know how to use it. If not now, God bless you for me. God bless you to Faith Paul. Kata Ibrahim Muhammad said this was really helpful, but I just got mine now and I've not been able to use the ignition. I guess it's not working. You should press it hard, like press it very hard. Like even when you're pressing it, the gas will shake. The gas will shake. You press it hard, then it will work. That's like when you hear a spark, then it will come up. Another person said, Lovett Christian said, please ma, can I use generator light to ignite the fire or just NEPA light alone? Well, it depends on the kind of gen you're talking about. If it's the big gen, you can try your hands on it. Since it's just for ignition, it's not for cooking. Yes, I think you can try it on. Yeah, it's not basically just for NEPA lights. If you are the type that use a very big gen that can, some people use gen for the iron and some other things. So I think you can use it some gens that can carry microwave. I guess you can use it to ignite it. Margaret Paul said, thank you very much, but does it work with electricity alone or can one use gas? It doesn't work with electricity alone, it uses gas as well. So the electricity is not compulsory. You might decide not to use the wire at all, the ignition at all, and be using your matches. Kenny Fabrics said, is it possible to use the burner without electricity? Yes, because it's a burner. It doesn't even use, it's only the ignition that uses electricity to ignite. So you can always use it without the burner. Yes, you can. Kimikachi Eunice said, Omo, I've been using mine since 2017 and I didn't know the use of that ignition till now. But I tried it and mine isn't working. I haven't used my oven as well because the downlight is not working. I think you need to go back. Okay, I've already replied this person. The ignition uses electricity. You'll have to plug it and press it well. For the oven, you can try lightening it again. It uses gas. It doesn't work. If it doesn't work, I assume the gas passageway are plugged due to non-usage. I hope this is helpful though. So I already answered that person. So the person responded back by telling me that my ignition have started working. I was pressing the wrong button for the oven. I was pressing the wrong button for the oven. I think there is blockage. I will fix it soon. So that is the more reason why you should try your hands, add on some things, because there are tons of messages. I'm just keeping some that I think I've answered before. Philip's mind said, please, how do one rate the degree of heat measurement on the oven? Let's say one want to bake for 180 degree. How do one set the heat at at that degree? Because I noticed there is no heat calibration. Though I already replied this person that I'm going to read the response back. You will have to use your discretion, like preheating it for like 10 minutes before baking. That's the only way you can do it. I think I've answered this question earlier in this video. This one is Rosemary O'Day. Please coach, thank you for the video. Please, I tried using mine with light. It's not coming on and it is because it is not yet connected to cylinder, because I just buy it newly and the button to put it on is not coming up too. Please need advice. That's because it's not connected to the cylinder and it's not electric cooker. Yeah, it's a gas cooker. I hope. Yeah, that's basically it. So that's the answer I gave the person. The person said, okay, I thought since it is using light, then it will come on without connecting to the cylinder. If it's connected to cylinder, that is when I can use it with light, meaning if it uses gas and light at the same time. Please explain. Well, you just bought a cylinder, you just bought a gas cooker. It's not possible for it to be using light. You will have to connect it with a cylinder first, then use your matches to light it. If you don't want to use that, you use your ignition to light it up. I think I've answered most of the question here that I think that most people don't ask because I've read a lot of them. Then Rukayat Ahu Oiza said, please, I want to see which parts you put the light in the oven. I have a new gas and I'm so scared to light the oven. I don't know the particular side in the oven. Well, lighting the oven. So I wish I can bring this closer. Well, when you open your oven like this, so there's something here, there's a part here, there's something that came down here. All you need to do is to